What's up, guys? Dr. D here from Knights Templar, bringing you a war recap from our final week of the regular season of CWL, where we faced Welsh. It was a great war. I will, rather than hang around here talking, I will just say it was a nice win by Knights Templar. The beer is that way, and let's hop in and check out some of the attacks. Okay, so here are our basic war statistics. Of course, 50 attacks used. You can see we had 22 3-stars, they had 21 triples. What this boiled down to really was the difference between one Town Hall 11 triple on our side. We really kind of pulled it out in the end there, having a couple of Town Hall 11s that were kind of waiting in the wings, who managed to pull out a triple, and we're going to show all of those Town Hall 11 triples today. Town Hall 12s did what they're supposed to do. They did their dips. We had a couple of dip fails. Welsh also had a couple of dip fails, and interestingly, we had one of those dip fails wound up being a great scout to pull off a triple by one of our Town Hall 11s, who really just tried to replicate that. So if we go through here, we can kind of look here. Dylan, 6-pack on dips. Chris, he couple of rough hits there. Dylan, another 6-pack. One dip and one triple that was based on this scout that Chris gave him. Cyclone, 6-pack, very nice job. I believe those were both dips on 10s, though. Negan, 6-pack. Winnie, a couple of, this is one triple, one Town Hall 11 triple, followed by a 6-pack, or I mean, followed by a dip. Effie had a triple. We had a lot of single triples. Only one of our 10s had a 6-pack. We used the 10, obviously, there for a scout, Yato. Look at that. Oh, heartbreaking. I had a 99% on my first attack. Fortunately, Duck was able to, or Graham, I don't know if they call him Graham or Duck, to be honest. I think Graham, I probably called him Duck. Was able to go in and clean that up. He had a 6-pack, very nice job. And then we skipped through here. I'm going to show you several of these 6-packs from the Town Hall 10s. 9s wound up doing a lot of scouting, as you can see. That's the way that it goes. This was our final CWL week of CWL, and it looks like we have made the playoffs. So you will see Knights Templar in the playoffs of CWL. You will not see me because I am going on vacation. But here's how it looks over here. We had 2 Town Hall 12s. Both that were hit by 10s, low percent, but 2 stars. Then we have just one Town Hall 11 left open, and then we were able to clear everything else. And I mean, similarly over here, they just had 2 Town Hall 11s open, and that's really what, as in all the wars with you know, these major war clans, it comes down to a big hit by an 11 or a 12 that winds up winning the war for you. So we're going to flip through these. I'm not going to show the Town Hall 9s today. We're going to watch, we're going to start with Yato on number 21 here. So this is a mass miner, and those of you who have seen some of these mass miner videos, one of the goals for the mass miner is to clear the sides with your heroes, get the miners pushing straight down, and have it open so that you can kind of cover the entire base in 4 heals, and then use that rage as need be. One of the nice things about the miner attack is it works really well for these attacks that require or that have a Hound Loon CC. I think with the new bat spells, these Hound Loon CCs are going to be a thing of the past. At least at Town Hall 10, you can see the CC there wound up having miners and a hog, and that hog works the same way as miners, you know, taking out defenses. Anyways, wrapping this up here, going to be 3 stars. Very nice job. Yato. And this hound pops right at the end, doesn't matter. And that is it. 3 stars, well done. Moving right along, we're going to look at VIP. VIP did a, oh, this isn't the one of VIPs that I wanted to show, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it was. I'm sorry. So he's going to do a, it's a stoned goho, right? Wait, I'm sorry, it's not stoned. It's a shattered goho. We've just got two golems here. I'm going to start pushing in. The idea here is he needs to get a deep push with the siege machine, and he does wind up getting a pretty deep push here. The part of the reason that he's able to get such a deep push is these bows wind up being really focused on that golem or on these golems, and it allows that siege machine to push in here quite a ways. Anyway, we'll speed it up just a little bit here. There, pops open, and rage and a heal down on those bowlers. If you can if you can get a push like that to get the queen and take out those 2 expos, you are really looking good for a hog attack. Brings hogs in kind of a big mass and saves a small group to come up on the top over here. And then it's just heals, 3 heals for those hogs, and they march right across this base. No worries. The hog attacks work best when you've got a Inferno tower on single, especially this level 2 Inferno. It just makes it easy. Anyway, very nice job. That is 3 stars. Great hit. I think we have a couple of hog attacks. Both of the Town Hall 11 hits that we're going to look at were hog attacks. So, and I love a good hog attack. All right. Moving right along here, Mankind. So Mankind has got a very cool, it's a Dragalo, right? So he's going to throw down 3 loons to try and get his siege machine in here. Those loons are tanking for this siege machine. The idea is he is going to drop a ton of spells. That was a rage and 2 clone spells with one only one loon, but that clone spell does a ton of work. I mean, he just gets great value here. 2 air defenses are down, queen is down, and this drag is still trying to do a little bit of work. I don't think it gets anything else here, to be honest. King comes in. They're going to clear a little bit of pathing here for the loon attack that's going to follow up here in just a second. Take out a ground defense, take out that one of those archer towers up there, or wizard tower, I mean, and in comes the hounds. Now, unfortunately, you'll see that that expo was not tanked very well by these hounds. Doesn't matter. Winds up getting it. Great job with the spell placement there. And now he's just working his way around, waiting patiently as those loons connect up with the hounds, and then move across the base. And it's obviously this is going to be 3 stars, right? It's a great hit. Has the minions down over here cleaning things up, and we will speed this up just a little bit here. Great attack, nothing but cleanup. Nice hit, Mankind. All right. Moving right along, Slick. Yeah. So another hog attack here. Slick likes to use a lot of bowlers for his, and that's mostly because he does a lot of funneling with his bowlers. I'm going to speed up this just a little bit. Gets that funnel set right there, and then the bowler starts to walk around. In comes the siege, and notice one of the key things I think with these hog attacks with the siege is to try and keep them away from, if possible. Like, this is my preference. If possible, keep them away from those Inferno Towers. You can take out those Inferno Towers with your hogs. It's not a big deal. Winds up getting an Inferno Tower here with his bowlers, and now just brings the hogs in. And Slick is so good with these hog attacks. I mean, if you ask him, I think he'll say he's not. But saves a couple of hogs for the backside. Puts down that heal. A little bit early on that heal, but that's all right. Gets the poison down. And basically, all of the defenses to the south have been taken out, and it's just hogs up here. Throws down that last heal for those last few hogs, and that is it. 3 stars in the bag. You know what? I don't think this was the attack that I wanted to show, but Queen still got her ability. She's still up, pops it there, and that is it. 3 stars. Nice job, Slick. All right. Grim. This is another hog attack. This is my 99% fail, and this is one thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about. So one of the nice things in an attack is when somebody's able to take what you did and replicate it and just shave a little bit of time off. And that's what Grim did here. What got me was I did not get this Inferno Tower. I hit this fresh, and I didn't know about this, obviously this Tesla, and he drops his siege machine up here so that it will open up this spot for the Inferno. If it's an Inferno on multi, it doesn't do much damage to a siege machine. Those siege machines can push right through that. I brought the siege machine down here into this compartment, and that was a mistake. He gets the same push that I got, but cracks open this spot to allow that Inferno. Siege machine pops open, down with a rage and a heal spell, and it's going to get both of these Expos with these bowlers. I think he gets this Expo over here as well. Just tons and tons of value with that kill squad. That's ridiculous. Right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 point defenses is it for a ton of hogs. One of the nice things about hitting after somebody's already hit is you know where everything is at, you know exactly where your heals need to go, and he does a great job of placing those heals to get the most value, and consequently he doesn't need them all. Winds up swagging a heal, although he's too nice to actually swag it. Me, that heal would have been dropped right there in the middle, but that's all right. Nice job. Nice job, Grim. Very nice hit. No. Effie. Nope, I wasn't going to. Actually, was that one of them? Yeah, this was one of the hits. So this is a hog heavy hit. Very seldom do we see 30 plus hogs in a hit. Got 30 here. And this is a very interesting hit. He's going to kind of clear some of those sides. The base had a hole in it right there where the siege machine was. Exploited that hole, dropped the siege right there. It's able to immediately start pushing in, cracks the base wide open, and off we go. Doesn't have the some of the stuff that we're used to seeing in these things with multiple golems and so on. Just needs to get that queen and needs to now kill off that baby drag. And now it doesn't matter what happens with his queen. As long as those two things are done, they are done. Effie starts bringing in the hogs. Notice he waits until other hogs or till there's some tanking going on, and then sprinkles hogs in a kind of surgical way, which you don't see all that often anymore. But and he's just doing 2 at a time after he sent in that first mass group of hogs. So still got 2 heals. There goes 1 heal, and the last one's going to come down here in order to tank for these. There we go. These last few defenses. Lots and lots of skellies here. Was able to kill a bunch off, but anyway, that is it. Nothing but cleanup at this point. 3 stars. Very nice job, Effie. And there we go. All right, moving right along. Graham, I've already showed one of yours. We'll pass on that. Don't need to show mine. It was just another hog attack. Darkness of Min. Let's check this out. Yeah, so this is another. This base was a great base. We struggled with it. But this is another Dragolo attack. So you'll see um, same thing, right? We've got a Rage down. We've got the Clone Spell down. Lots and lots of loons up, and he's going to get tons of value. So you can look at this base as being broken up into like 4 compartments, and he winds up clearing one of those compartments completely. This other compartment over here, I believe he's going to wind up clearing with his heroes. So there's very little left here to worry about when it comes to the Lalo attack. Only one air defense up. This is one of the risks of putting an air defense over here, or putting multiple air defenses in one compartment. Just like we saw in that last Dragolo attack, if you have a bunch of air defenses on one compartment, you risk having that department, or that compartment cleared, and then just a sick kind of a sick attack here. There's basically nothing left to this base. The only thing that he's got to worry about is that right there. Hounds start coming in, and those hounds are being tanked right there, and bam, that is it. You can see that this attack is just crushing this base. Lots and lots of loons. Queen is still up, king is still up, still has a spell left, and that is it. I believe, yeah, he's still got a hound up. It's just ridiculous. Great attack. Swags that spell in the end. Anyway, nice job, Min. All right. Let's keep pushing here. Yeah, let's look at this. I think this is the one I wanted to look at. Yeah. All right, so got a Town Hall 11 attack. This is going to be a hog attack. And he starts by, setting a funnel, then pushing this siege machine in. You're going to get tons and tons of value here on this. I'm going to push this, speed this up just a little bit as he starts to push in here. Siege machine is getting ready. Once it gets into this compartment, it's going to wind up popping. There it goes. Takes out that eagle pretty quickly. And hogs start pouring in from 6 o'clock. 4 heal spells for these hogs. And the hogs are just going to work their way around the base. No poison left, so unfortunately these hogs are all going to be subject to getting eaten up by skellies throughout here. But has a pretty solid plan for the heals here. A little bit late on that heal, but not too bad. And 1 heal left, which is going to wind up going down here as soon as he gets up to these point defenses. There it is. And that is it. We're going to speed this up because it is nothing but cleanup at this point. That is it. 3 stars. Very nice job, Winnie. This was a kind of very end of war clutch hit, and this final gold storage went down in the very last second. It was one of those clutch hits. All right. Dylan, this is the one. So Chris ran a hit on this, and Chris is a Town Hall 12, and Dylan replicated the hit that Chris did, and then made kind of a smart ass comment about Chris scouting it for him. Dylan is a Town Hall 11, obviously, and yeah, or at least Dylan number 2 was a Town Hall 11. Winds up popping the Queen's ability there. Probably didn't need to. Isn't going to matter anyway. Queen is going to keep walking around. She does wind up walking up into here eventually. Uh, gets a golem down. That golem is getting eaten up pretty good. Freezes right there. And in with the king, in with the siege machine. Speed it up just a little bit. Another freeze. Trying to take out that, yeah, that Inferno Tower. But man, Max Inferno Towers, they are tough to take out. And then while his hogs are being tanked by all of that stuff in the middle, brings them all in on the left-hand side and just walks them around counterclockwise. First heal goes down. Gonna knock out that Inferno Tower easy enough. Has not dropped a second heal yet. It's gonna come here in just a second, but just absolutely wrecks this base. There's that heal. And I mean, we're down to 2-point defenses now. Tons of troops left, lots of cleanup happening. Last heal comes down, and that is it. It is 3 stars. Very nice job, Dylan. And great scout, Chris. All right, so that is it. Again, nice job, Welsh. It was a fun war, and we will see you guys in the finals. And those of you who know me from when I used to do this, let me show you what's in store. Yeah, my old group, One Hive Invictus. So TU, if you're out there, good luck, brother. This is Dr. D. Clash on.